Hello, what's up and welcome back to my page. My name is Nduweso, a registered nurse from Nigeria, currently living and practicing in the Republic of Ireland. I know that it is no news to a lot of people, nurses in particular, that have been trying to look for a job abroad. So today I said, let me say the little thing that I know about CV. To continue this video, I'm going to be going through my CV here just to say one or two things about what I know. Now, when I started my job hunt, I really needed to know exactly what it is. So a lot of us would know he's a very popular voice when it comes to the nursing profession, Osage. I attended his class not because I needed a job as a HCA in the UK, but just so that I could look through what he has to say about CV. My favorite of all the apps is My Perfect Resume. My Perfect Resume. That is the favorite of all the apps that I know in on how to create CV. So when you open the app, it's not a free app. You have to pay for you to be able to download the CV at the end of the day. If you don't pay, when I did it, 3 months was about $6. You pay, and then you can download as many as you want in different formats: Word form, PDF, and document, things like that. So the very first thing there, and there are also different formats on it, like should I call it like an outline on it. So anyone that you is enticing to your eyes, you can choose it, but I like the one I choose. So the first thing they will ask you there is your name. So you put in your full name as it will appear on your passport. Then your address, I don't go into too much details, I just put Nigeria. Or you can put maybe like Abuja, Nigeria, Kano, Nigeria. I just put Nigeria. And then your mobile phone number and your email address. Those are the contact details. The first thing that will come up is the professional summary. Now, just as the name implies, professional summary, this is where you're going to tell your employer exactly who you are, what you have achieved so far, and what you can bring to the table. All this question, what do you bring to the table? This is where you're going to put what you bring to the table, what they stand to lose if they don't employ you, and what they stand to gain if they have you in their team. This is what you're going to be. So something like skilled massage nurse or something like that. And then if you open the app, is going to give you like a format of what you should write, but be mindful not to do like a copy and paste, because so many people are using the app. So you just look at there, and then you can now change some words to fit in what best suits you. Your years of experience is also mentioned, the unit you worked, how you can work in a fast-paced environment, and stuff like that will be there in the professional summary. Then the next thing you will have is the skills. Now, here is where you're going to show exactly what you do as a nurse working in that unit. I work in the eye unit, and I have been through the training as an eye nurse. I know exactly what the duties or the skills an ophthalmic nurse should possess. So this is where they should see those things. This is one of the plays that stands you out. Then you pick those salient points and put them in short and brief sentences. Roles and responsibilities, 5, 6, 7 at most is fine if the sentences are short. But if you are kind of using like compound sentences where you have to join like two or three things in one sentence, 3, 4, 5, especially if you have um worked in many units. So you don't make your CV, but at most 3 pages should be fine. 3 pages at most. If you can reduce it to 2, fine, but at most let it be 3, because And I don't think anybody will have the time when the person have over 100 CV, 40 CV to go through and be reading like 6, 8 pages of CV just for you to look at the salient point. No, go straight to the things that stands you out and leave the rest. Now, for some of us that are kind of working in let's say in one hospital all your job experience, but you have been moving from different department to the other, put all the departments you've worked, put all the department, because at the end of the day it just shows the bulk of knowledge, the skills and the experience that you have in your practice as a nurse. Just put all the units you've worked in. 2000, year 2000, you were in the accident and emergency. 2021, you moved to a pediatric emergency. Next year, put all of them. Don't just say, okay, because I'm aiming at applying for so job, let me just put this one. For example, you are currently working in surgical ward and you want to apply as a pediatric ward, because you've worked in pediatrics ward before, you forget about the one you're currently working and just put the pediatric on top as if that's the only experience you have. No, put everything together and then put your roles and responsibilities specific to those areas, not just the general thing. Roles and responsibilities specific to those areas. If you work in any area, you should know those things that you are doing for the patient that is coming to that unit, specifically that those things will not be done in another unit as well. So those are the kind of roles and responsibilities you're going to write under them, and then list all your experiences. Then the next thing you're going to have is your education. So you start from the most recent, your highest qualification. That's the word. Start from your highest qualification and list your education. Maybe you have your master's, BSc, diploma, and then you write. Don't put your WAEC and NECO. It's not needed. They already know before you become a registered nurse. You should have your elementary school and your high school. It's not needed. Just put your highest. If you've done, like some people have done like 2 masters, 3 degrees, if it's not like so much related to your profession, there might be no need for you to put it. Just put your highest qualification. And if you have like diplomas in subspecialties that you've worked in those fields, you put them on, not to list like everything. Then those who have the name of the school, they start the dates you graduated, and dates. If you don't have like a credit and all those, there's no need to list the what you graduated with. There's no need. Then the next thing is going to be certification and licenses. So certification, for we just write maybe RN, RM, any certification you've done. Now, if you have done like some small online courses that has relevance to your area of practice, list them here. And you just add your, you will see where you can add a section. So you can add something like maybe any decision letter you add, because when you're applying for the job, some jobs advert comes with things like IELTS decision letter, NMBI decision letter. So write that as well on you. Also, before you write anything on your CV, that what you can do, please make sure that it is actually what you can do. If it is not what you can do, read about it, have an idea, because it will not be very good. They are going through your CV and asking you questions on the job that you're applying for and you have no idea about it. So that is what I know. And then for reference, don't write anybody, just write available on request, because you never can tell tomorrow somebody you use as your referee, you are calling the person is not responding, and he might be giving you issues. So just on the available on request. 3 important places on your CV are your professional summary, your skills, very important, and then the roles and responsibilities of each roles you have ever worked in as a nurse. Thank you.